The wind howled a mournful song through the skeletal remains of the village, a chilling symphony accompanying my descent into its shadowed heart. I'd heard whispers of this place, a cursed settlement swallowed by an unnatural darkness. The villagers, they said, vanished without a trace, leaving behind only whispers and unsettling silence. My own heart pounded a frantic rhythm against my ribs, a counterpoint to the ominous creaks of the rotting wood under my boots. The air itself felt heavy, thick with an unspoken dread that clung to me like a shroud. I clutched my diamond sword tighter, the cold steel a small comfort in this unsettling abyss. I wasn't here for adventure, not really. This was a pilgrimage of sorts, a desperate attempt to understand the inexplicable disappearance of my friend. The first house I approached was a grim monument to decay, cobwebs draped like spectral shrouds over every surface, and the air within reeked of mildew and something far more sinister. A single, malevolent eye, glinting in the torchlight, watched me from a darkened window. It felt sentient. It felt like it was judging me, weighing my worthiness to even be here. The feeling sent shivers crawling down my spine, and a primal fear threatened to overcome my resolve. I forced myself to step forward, the sound of my boots crunching on broken glass echoing unnaturally loud in the suffocating silence. The emptiness in this place was as palpable as the chilling wind. Inside, the darkness pressed in, a tangible entity threatening to consume me. The walls were covered in strange, unsettling symbols, scratched deep into the wood, radiating a feeling of ancient, forbidden magic. Eerie, glowing mushrooms pulsated with an unsettling light, casting grotesque shadows that danced and writhed. The air grew colder, a stark contrast to the oppressive humidity. A sense of profound wrongness permeated the very air I breathed. I felt a presence, unseen, yet undeniably close, watching, waiting. A crumbling well stood in the center of the village square, its water a disturbing, inky black. It swirled with an unnatural energy, a dark, pulsating glow emanating from its depths. A shiver that had nothing to do with the cold snake down my spine. It felt like a vortex, pulling me inwards, tempting me with promises of something terrifying. I knew, instinctively, that whatever lay beneath those murky waters was far more than just water. It was a gateway to something ancient, something evil. Underneath a loose floorboard, I found a hidden passage leading down into the earth, the air growing colder and damper as I descended. A faint whisper, barely audible, seemed to be carried on the damp air, a ghostly murmur that promised untold horrors. I knew I should turn back, that I was delving into something far beyond my comprehension. But the lure of answers was too strong, too compelling to resist. The passage was narrow and claustrophobic, the walls slick with moisture. The air grew heavy with the scent of decay and damp earth. Strange, pulsating fungi clung to the walls, casting an eerie, otherworldly glow. Scattered amongst the fungi were the skeletal remains of the villagers, their bones bleached white by time and something else. Their posture seemed unnatural, as if they had met a sudden, violent end. A violent end orchestrated by something beyond our comprehension. The passage opened into a vast chamber, a cavernous space dominated by a massive crystal, pulsating with a sickly green light. The crystal hummed with an unnatural energy, a vibration that resonated deep within my bones. Around it, the skeletal remains were more numerous, more arranged. It felt like a ritual site, a place of dark worship. The air was thick with the stench of death and something ancient, something profoundly unsettling. The symbols etched into the crystal's surface were similar to those I'd seen in the houses above. They pulsed with the crystal's unsettling glow, seemingly alive. Suddenly, the crystal flared with intense light, bathing the chamber in a blinding green radiance. A wave of nausea washed over me, a crushing weight pressing down on my chest. I felt a presence, something ancient and powerful, something malevolent, watching me from beyond the veil of reality. When the light subsided, the chamber was plunged back into darkness, except for a single figure. A villager, seemingly untouched by time, stood amidst the skeletal remains, their eyes vacant, empty and hollow. There was no life in them, yet an unsettling stillness, no malice, only a chilling emptiness. This was the curse, I realized. Not death, but a stolen life, an absence of soul. The villagers weren't dead. They were empty vessels, devoid of humanity. The villager turned, its empty, hollow eyes meeting mine. The final, chilling silence of the cursed village hung heavy in the air. It was a silence that spoke volumes. A silence that echoed with the loss of life, the absence of hope, and the haunting reminder of the unknown terrors lurking beneath our world. The journey to understand the disappearance of my friend had instead revealed a horror far deeper, a terrifying glimpse into the abyss of what dwells unseen.